We're live. Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, June 27th, 2023, and we are going to explore the powerful correlation between goals and having a coach to help us achieve them. We'll talk about why being coachable is essential and why those who resist coaching often struggle to succeed, and why having a coach literally makes a world of difference in whatever endeavor it is you are looking to get into. So let's get started. When it comes to goal achievement, folks, having a coach can make a world of difference. Why? A number of reasons. A coach serves as a trusted guide. Why? Because the coach has been there. A coach serves, he knows the way or she knows the way. A coach serves as a mentor. Why? Because he or she has gone through what you're about to go through. A coach serves as an accountability partner on our journey. Why? Because that person has been there, done that, and has the credibility to hold you to your goals. A coach provides valuable support. A coach provides guidance and expertise, helping us navigate obstacles and stay focused. A coach brings an objective perspective and personalized strategies designed to help you accomplish your goals. When we have a coach, what we end up discovering is they can help us accelerate our progress and lead us towards success. If any of us have ever driven in a place where MapQuest or Google Maps or whatever isn't working and we ask for directions, well, that person is literally a direction coach. Imagine you're driving from here to point X and there are all sorts of winding roads and what have you. Will you eventually get to your destination? You probably will. If you have a coach to help you get there, will you get there sooner? You definitely will. Same thing with life. If you want to get to financial independence, if you want to get to business success, if you want to get to whatever area, you need to have someone coaching you. Being coachable, folks, is literally a crucial aspect to achieving our goals. But everybody says, yeah, I'm coachable. Yeah, I want to be coachable. But what are the roadblocks we have? Many of us are not open to feedback. When we get coached, we behave as if the coach is we're doing the coach a favor. No, you're not doing the coach a favor. The coach is doing you a favor. We have to be willing to learn. When the coach says, go study this or go do that, go practice this, we have to do it. If you're playing sports, for example, the coach tells you to run laps. You might not want to run laps. You might be like, I'm tired. I don't want to do anything. But you have to do it because the coach is trying to teach you something. Same thing like in this business. If the coach says, go prospect and get 10 names and numbers, you might not be willing to do it, but you have to do it. You see, coachability enhances personal and professional growth. We don't know what we don't know. It's not possible to know what we don't know. But when we have a coach, that person enables us to get it done. Coaching enables us to develop essential skills and to overcome challenges. It helps us move out of our comfort zones if we do it properly. So, and again, back to comfort zones, the key is moving out of our comfort zone is essential to being coachable. We have to challenge ourselves, we have to try new approaches, and we need to be ready, willing, and able to push beyond our perceived limits. It's like running laps. You come for practice, coach says, go run 10 laps, go run 20 laps, go run however many laps. You've got to do it. In this business, it might be go talk to enough people to get 10 names and numbers in the business. You have got to do it. The moment you decide you're not going to do it, you're not coachable. Now, think of it this way. Coaching by itself is a full-blown industry. There are professional coaching programs out there, and the value they offer is often worth the investment for those who pay to get into them. And I did some research on this so that you guys can understand how much leaders and winners value coaching. So there is something called executive coaching. Executive coaching is tailored for people who are senior level executives, people who are leaders of companies, people who make a lot of money and want to get to the next level. These programs typically involve, one-on-one coaching sessions where you get to sit down with the coach. You also get to have leadership development sessions, and you also get to go for get strategic guidance. The cost can range from $500 to $2,000 per hour, depending on the experience and reputation of the coach. You sit down with somebody for $500, you pay the person $500 to $2,000 for 1 hour, so the person needs to tell you, go prospect 10 people. Same concept. There's also business coaching. Business coaching focuses on improving business performance, strategy, and leadership skills, personal development when it comes to business. This helps entrepreneurs and business owners overcome challenges and achieve growth. Business coaching programs also, now those cost even more, and you can find them all over YouTube. If you doubt me, just Google it later on. World-class business coaching program. Business coaching programs range from $5,000 to $50,000 per year, or in some cases per quarter. And we've been on calls, I think, where somebody was talking about how they were part of a business coaching program of some sort where they went for a retreat, and I think they paid $68,000 or something. So this is very, 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 it's a very viable business. And then, of course, you have life coaching. Life coaching focuses on personal development, teaches you how to set goals, teaches you how to achieve work-life balance, teaches you how to hit your goals, and so on and so forth. Life coaching programs obviously vary in duration and they vary in intensity. Some last for a few weeks, some last for a few months, some last for a year or more. Life coaching typically costs from $100 to about $500 per session, or at times they come in packages where you pay $2,000 to $10,000 or more. For example, Tony Robbins does life coaching, and I think some of his sessions literally cost in the tens of thousands. Then, of course, there is sports coaching. Sports coaching is prevalent among athletes and sports professionals who want to enhance their performance and achieve their potential. Those cost, again, it depends, anywhere from $500 to $5,000 per hour or per week or per month. It depends on the coach. If you go get a person like a Super Bowl winner to coach your kids in football, you'll probably pay, I don't know, probably a few $1,000s per hour. But it's not just the cost that makes professional coaching valuable. Yeah, you can say I'm paying this guy X amount to coach me, but it's not just the cost. It's also the extensive experience and expertise that coaches bring to the table. Also the experience and expertise that coaches bring to the table. And what happens there? For example, in executive coaching, actually, let's look at all the categories mentioned. Let's look at every single one of the categories mentioned. For example, executive coaches typically have decades of experience in executive level positions themselves. Executive coaches have typically operated and navigated through various businesses and navigated through complex business challenges. They've led teams of people and they've made strategic decisions. Many executive coaches have accumulated somewhere in the range of 2,000 to 5,000 coaching hours working with a diverse range of executives and organizations. So you have executive coaches. Then you have business coaches. Business coaches have a wealth of experience in various aspects of business. Could be in sales, how do you become a better salesperson? Could be in marketing, how do you become a better marketer? In finance, how do you run your financial operations better? Could be operations, how do you do operations better? They also have about 500 to 2,000 coaching hours assisting entrepreneurs and business owners in achieving their goals and overcoming obstacles. Life coaches specialize in personal development. goal setting and improving people's overall well-being. They typically have about 200 to 1,000 coaching hours, working with individuals to clarify their values, set meaningful goals, create action plans for success. And of course, sports coaches have experience in their respective sports, whether as former athletes or coaches. They often have experience coaching people that is in the thousands of hours. And it could be from beginners to elite athletes. So the bottom line is these hours of experience reflect the depth of knowledge, insights, and practical wisdom that coaches bring to their clients. Their accumulated experience allows them to provide targeted guidance, personalized strategies, and valuable feedback to help individuals and teams excel in their respective fields. Now, these examples illustrate the world-class professional coaching world-class professional coaching programs can vary in cost depending on the specific focus, duration, and expertise of the coach. While the investment might seem substantial, the long-term benefits and transformative impact on personal and professional growth makes it worthwhile for those committed to achieving their goals. Now, why am I talking about all this? I'm talking about all this because the correlation between goals, everybody listening to the sound of my voice has goals, every single one of you. The correlation between goals and having a coach is undeniable. You cannot win if you don't have a coach. You might wing it for a minute or two. You might seem to be winning, but you can't win without having a coach till you get the experience yourself and a track record of success. So again, a coach provides invaluable support, guidance, and accountability on our journey towards success. However, ladies and gentlemen, if there is one thing you should have gotten from what I've said so far, it is that it's equally important to be coachable and receptive to the insights of your coach. Because when you're coachable, you're opening doors to personal and professional growth, while resisting coaching does the opposite. It literally limits our potential and hinders our progress. So what I want everyone here to do, because I know that life happens to everybody. Life happens to every single person. But what I want everyone here to do is to embrace coachability as a mindset for success. Embrace coachability as a mindset for success. Those of you who are fortunate to have a coach, those of you who work with me specifically, seek out my support as you're going through what you're going through. Ask for help, ask for guidance. And when I give you feedback, be willing to learn. And also, and this is important, have the humility to recognize you can improve. Those of you who are listening to this on the internet, YouTube, you don't work with me, obviously find a coach, find someone that can help guide you. Find someone who can help guide you, that's on you. But I'm speaking specifically to the people I already coach and mentor. Because again, when you're open to feedback, when you're willing to learn, and you have the humility to recognize that you can improve, you can unlock your full potential. You can achieve your goals, and you can create the kind of future that is filled with success and fulfillment. And that's essential. You see, when you're being coached and you stay receptive and adaptable, what ends up happening is what? You are creating the conditions for continuous improvement and long-term success in your life. But again, the thing with coaching, guys, is this: you cannot pick and choose how you will be coached. The mistake a lot of people make, and I'm a student of success, I've been studying success for many years. The mistake a lot of people make is they choose where and how they want to be coached. They're like, okay, I like this. I'm going to be coached in this area. I'll do what he says. I don't like that. He said do this. I won't do it. It can't work. It can't work. Those who resist coaching, who resist full coaching, like if you're told to do 5 things and you choose not to do 4 of them, or you choose not to even do 1 of them, you will end up facing significant obstacles in your journey towards your goals. This is a fact. Let's use this business as an example. I have run a 100 by 100 base shop numerous months. I'm not taking the full credit for it. Obviously, we have an amazing team and everything, but I still had to make the ultimate decision. It was my base shop. My signature went on everything. And even when we were doing that, I got to see human nature. I got to see those who listened, and I got to see those who did not listen. And the truth is, those who listened, everything seemed to be going their way. They had the same obstacles. They had the same challenges, but they listened, so things seemed to align for them. And those who did not listen, they had obstacles, they had challenges, but everything seemed to align against them. So you see, the bottom line is a closed-minded and resistant attitude limits growth and stifles progress. Without being open to feedback and guidance, individuals miss out on valuable opportunities for improvement and development. So why do you want to be that person? Why do you want to miss out on opportunities for self-improvement and development? You shouldn't. It's not necessary. So again, guys, you have to say, I will do everything that is called, every shot that is called. If the shot called is do X, Y, Z, I will do X, Y, Z. Think of it this way. Imagine we are a sports team. Forget being a business team. Let's imagine we are a sports team. And all of you are players on the team. Some of you are starters, some of you are subs, some of you are champions. It doesn't matter. You're all players on the team. The game is obviously the game. But before the game happens, coach blows the whistle and says, okay, guys, first thing we're going to do is 50 abdominal crunches. And some of you are like, nah, I don't feel like doing abdominal crunches. Okay. Coach says, next we're going to do 25 laps. Some of you are like, nope, I don't feel like doing 25 laps. Later on, coach says we're about to do 15 sit-ups. Some of you are like, nope, sit-ups, not for me. I don't want to do any sit-ups. What happens? Game time comes. Do you think you are going to play at your best against a team full of people who actually did those things? Or do you think you are going to be, for lack of a better term, I don't want to say destroyed, but do you think you'll be destroyed on the court or the field? You will be, because you didn't do the fundamentals. You didn't do the fundamentals. Let's even make things simple. Let's take a look at some real life examples. We've seen numerous success stories of individuals who achieved their goals with the help of a coach, even in this business. Everybody who is successful, yesterday we heard from someone who went to $1 million 2 years ago, now $2 million in income. And he said repeatedly, all I do, whatever my coach says, I do. Whatever my coach says, I do. We plugged into training every Saturday. We plugged into training every Sunday night with one of our mentors. What do all his people say? The same thing. They are coachable. The people who are successful say they embraced coaching. They actively sought feedback and applied the guidance they received to drive their success. You have to be the same way. We have people who used to be coachable in this business and they were everything. And they decided they have arrived. They're like, yep, I've arrived. I don't need to listen to anybody anymore. The moment they made that decision, why? Because they stopped being coachable. They started resisting coaching, and when challenges came their way, instead of them using the mastermind of themselves and their coach, some of them are struggling to make progress towards their goals. We've seen it numerous times in this business. It doesn't need to be that way, folks. To develop coachability, like I've said, it's essential to practice what? Active listening and to engage in self-reflection. By truly listening to feedback and being willing to learn, we can leverage the wisdom and insights of our coaches. I'm saying coaches, I'm not saying me. I'm not the coach of all coaches in this world. I get coached. But we have to have the mind of a student when we get coached. The mistake a lot of us also make when we get coached is we have the mind of a moviegoer. What do I mean by that? For example, this Mastermind Mastery meeting. Some of you who are listening to me are taking notes and are thinking, how can I apply what this man is saying to my life? Yet and still, there are others who are doing what? While I'm talking, they are texting. While I'm talking, they're probably watching something on their other screen. While I'm talking, they're thinking of what they'll have for lunch. While I'm talking, they're thinking of what happened to them yesterday en route to XYZ. Well, guess what? The second group of people are like people at a movie. In other words, they are watching a show. They have no vested interest in learning what is being said. They have no vested interest in applying it. But what's going to happen is those who are listening, those who are paying attention, they are taking notes, and hopefully they'll revise their notes and say, okay, from what this man said, what are the things I can change right now in my life to be more coachable? From what this man said, what areas in my life am I lacking in that if I change, if I listen to what he's saying, if I apply how I'm being coached, those things will change. And I promise you, those things will change. For example, something as simple as 10-4-1 every day. Anyone, I've told everyone to do this. Anyone here today who does 10-4-1, I guarantee you will have results. I guarantee it. I'm not even skeptical. I mean, again, like, you know, I said once and somebody was making fun. I've been in this business 18 years. I've been in this business 18 years. I've not done anything else for business in 18 years. And I work like an animal. I work literally 18-hour days. But even let's say I work regular 9 to 5, which I haven't. I still have tens of thousands of hours of experience. So I know what I'm saying. So those who listen and do their 10-4-1, what you're going to end up seeing happen is you will have results. Nothing is going to change in terms of the world around you. It's still the same world. You will still have the same challenges. You will still have the same everything, but everything will change in the world within you because now you're going to have results. You're going to have results. And that, my friends, is what we are all seeking. That is what we all want. But again, we have to sell out. We have to sell out to being coached. Because you see, what happens is when you don't sell out to being coached, a journey that shall take you, I mean, like I was listening to Sunday Night's Call, where there are districts and divisions who make $10,000, $20,000 a month. What's the difference between you, who doesn't make that money, and them who do? The difference is they're coachable, nothing else. They don't have a better market. They don't have a better skill set. They don't have a better anything. They're just coachable. They apply what they hear, they do what they're told, and the results happen. If I leave this office right now and I go to the top of this building and I jump off the top of this building, the roof of this building, every single person listening to the sound of my voice knows what's going to happen. Gravity is going to do what it does. I'm going to hit the ground, and there'll be a story in a newspaper or TV or something. Man jumps off roof on a Wall Street roof. That's all that is going to be said. Is that a surprise to anybody? No. Everybody knows you jump off a roof, you're going to land on the ground. Why? Gravity is going to kick in. Same thing. Anybody who is successful knows that if you do certain things, you are going to have certain results. The challenge is some of you don't know this, or if you do know this, you are not applying it to your lives. And because you're not applying it to your lives, you have not internalized the correlation. And because you've not internalized the correlation, you keep on going in circles, wondering, why isn't this business working for me? Why don't I have money coming in? Why isn't anybody following me? And I'm telling you guys again that it all comes down to your level of coachability. So as I conclude this thing, my request to each person here is embrace coachability as a mindset for success. Embrace it. Sell out to being coachable. And if you ask me off camera, Coach, how coachable am I? I'll tell you. And I'm going to tell you this, till you get to the point of being completely coachable, you will not have results. Not the kind of results you want. And by coachable, I mean embracing the mindset. I don't mean simply do what you're told. I'm saying embrace the mindset as to why you're doing it and what you want to get out of it. Because guys, at the end of the day, life is too short. If you're listening to the sound of my voice, especially if you work with me, you are fortunate that you have a coach who actually cares about your success. Most people don't have that. They think if you work at JOB somewhere, they're coaching you for your success. No, they don't care. They want to get you to do as much as you can do so they can make as much money as they can make from you. That's their entire objective. That's not the case here. Here, I want you to make all the money you can make for you so that you can have the life you deserve. But to use a famous example that goes back years and years, you cannot go to a stove in the dead of winter and say, stove, give me heat. But you haven't given the stove any wood. You can't go to a car and say, car, take me to, it's not a Tesla, I'm just saying, Jerry, you can't jump in a car behind the wheel and say, I'm driving to wherever. Meanwhile, the gas is on E. The gas tank says it can't happen. So you have to give before you get back. And in business, what you have to give, obviously, is, yes, your energy and your effort. But you also have to give what? A spirit of coachability to the person coaching you. Without that, you are a non-starter. Every single thing that you do not achieve, you don't achieve because you don't listen. And every single thing you achieve because you've listened. And eventually you'll get to the point where the things like everybody here, and I'm going to end with this, I promise. When we were kids, every single one of us was taught by someone how to brush our teeth. Every single one of us was taught by someone how to wash our bodies with soap and water, hopefully. But at some point, and of course, we're all taught how to use the bath. We were all potty trained. But if you're still being potty trained at the age of 3 or the age of 5 or the age of 10, then you have a developmental disability. And that's not a good thing. But in business, it's the same thing. We've all been trained on the things that we need to do, but many of us are still not doing them. And that's why we're not getting results. It's like if we're kids, we've been potty trained, but we're 4 years old, we're still soiling ourselves. Same concept. All right, people, that's it for me. God, thank you for listening. Hopefully you got something out of this. God bless you. God bless Team Alpha. And of course, God bless